Alrighty, everybody, welcome to Casual Sports Talk Podcast, NHL Finals edition. And now we got a gentleman right over here who's disappointed we had some tropical depression on the Hurricanes. Here's Douglas.
Ooh. Was I a Hurricanes fan?
Well, I mean, I did get my 5.
I think Chris is the one that put money on them.
That is true. Actually, yeah, that is true. How's it feel, Christopher? Give me that $5 crispy dollars. Thank you.
Wait. What was it on, Sue? Give us the details here.
Because I said Game 5, they were going to win it. And guess what happened? You see that? Look at the screen on the right. Ooh, if you look at this beautiful Florida versus Carolina, what game did this end?
Looks like Game 5. Honestly, Florida is such a dominant team, but I think the Oilers might stop them here in the Stanley Cup Finals.
Yes, they might stop the Stanley Cup Finals indeed. And now we got a gentleman right over here who's still writing love letters to bring back Bobrovsky to Columbus. Here's Chris.
All right. Bobrovsky. I'm not sure. Maybe top 5 goaltenders of all time. What do you gentlemen think?
Yes. Get that man a cup. He's getting his jacket to the Hall of Fame.
I mean, plus he won it last year. We got a rematch of last year, so let's go Bobrovsky. You know, I definitely want the Oilers to win.
I'm definitely.
See, I think I like Florida. I don't know. I think I like back to back.
I'm liking Florida indeed, but we got some sad news, gentlemen, and you got to be very somber. You look at this. Douglas is looking very serious and sad, just like Fyodor.
What am I sad about?
Super sad.
We're very sad because we have a couple of eulogies to get to. We got 2 teams that couldn't make it to the finals. And we need to start with the first loser, and that is the Carolina Hurricanes, who we all predicted. We're going to have a eulogy coming up soon. And what a shocker. We were right about the prediction of the Carolina Hurricanes.
Did we all predict the Hurricanes to lose to the Panthers?
I mean, we all did, but we didn't think it was going to be this bad.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, granted, I thought it was going to be this bad, but
see, the Hurricanes should have did what they did in Game 4 and let them score 0 goals.
Yep.
You know, they scored 3 in both games, but 5 goal difference. That's bad. Bad math.
You know, it's crazy that they only gave up the Panthers 8 goals in 5 games.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess we should start out with the sad part about the Carolina Hurricanes. They are now considered the Buffalo Bills of the NHL right now.
Yeah, kind of.
Basically, they got all the core, and they still cannot make it to the finals. They're at 1 point, 15 games in the Final 4 losses in a row. In Final 4 games. Can you believe that? They had 15 games lost.
Yeah, I think I mentioned it in the last week's podcast. Had I known the Panthers were coming into the series like 0-12, I was like, oh yeah, but I didn't know that. So, yeah, well, sorry to see Carolina Hurricanes.
I mean, I think there was one tweet that, now it's the official Carolina Hurricanes Twitter account said it best. Hurricane. It's hurricane. There's nothing but pain and suffering and sadness as the Hurricane.
That's right.
But what do you do? Okay. I know I lulled the Leafs the whole time when they lost. But what do you do with the Hurricanes? Because they just get close and close and close. They're like Josh Allen. Can't beat Florida.
Would you guys rather take the Maple Leafs or the Hurricanes to make the Stanley Cup?
Hurricanes. Leafs can't do nothing.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Leafs has shown that even in their best season in 23 years, they still decided to throw T-shirts, boo their players, and that was their best season in 23 years. That says something.
Well, Well, I mean, well said. Well said, Stu.
Yes. Now, Douglas, what do you think? What would you need to do with these Carolina Hurricanes right now?
Well, Stu, as a fan of a team that's not made the playoffs in like 8 years, run it back. You know, like I'd rather be the Buffalo Bills than the Detroit Lions.
Oh, that is true. I mean, let's be honest, Christopher. You'd rather be a Buffalo Bills fan than a Cleveland Browns fan.
Oh, I mean, yeah. Wow, yeah, absolutely. Buffalo Bills fan versus a Cleveland Browns fan, absolutely, Stu. Come on.
That's like pain that you've been dreaming of as a Browns fan. You've been like dreaming of losing AFC championships embarrassingly.
Mm-hmm.
You want that
Yeah.
as a Browns fan.
I want it.
You want it so badly. Now, I definitely do think the Hurricanes will be back up next year. But are they still going to be in this mid-tier? Are they going to be in the Josh Allen spot?
You know, it's hard to say, but it feels like it. Like it feels like their window of actually breaking through is kind of over.
Yeah.
Ooh, really?
That's how we all felt about the Bills, though, and guess what? They still don't break through. So
Yeah, they still couldn't break through, unfortunately.
So, a question for you, gentlemen: do you think the Carolina Hurricanes will make the semifinals? So, the top 4 teams in their conference next year.
I think they're going to do one of two things. I think they're either going to go all in or they're going to kind of blow it up and rebuild. I think they either miss the playoffs or they go to the finals at least.
Yeah, I feel like I would have to blow it up. No, I don't know. No, scratch that. I feel like you have to go all in at this point. Get some players. Let's just go all in. Cup or bust at this point.
There's a team that's currently doing that in the NBA. Did anybody see that?
Yeah.
Good for them, man. They know what they want. They're willing to get rid of a great coach and go all in. Go New York.
Go Knicks. Knicks gonna Knicks.
The Knicks, what, they fired their coach today?
Yeah, after going to the, conference championship game. So maybe Carolina's going to fire their coach. And
I mean, that has happened. I mean, if I remember correctly, the St. Louis Blues fired their coach midway through the season, and they were dead last, and then they won the cup. So it has happened.
Well, it happened twice recently in the NBA too, which I didn't think of. It happened with Steve Kerr. He replaced Mark Jackson in Golden State. Next year, they won the title. It happened with Nick Nurse in Toronto. They fired their head coach. Boom comes in, year 1, championship.
No, the Cavs that one year when they won their one championship, they fired their coach midway through the season.
Exactly. Sometimes you just need a fresh voice behind the bench.
Yes. I feel like NHL and NBA, you can do that. You can get away with that. NFL, you cannot. I think if you fire your coach midway through season, it's over.
Well,
you might make the playoffs like Oakland that one year, but about that.
Yeah,
most likely you're going to be in like the Jet spot.
In the NFL, you don't fire a coach if they make the playoffs.
Yes. Yeah. Or win back-to-back Super Bowls. You don't fire coaches, right? Right?
Well, there's incompetence sometimes too, Stu. Just generalized incompetence going on in Dallas.
How dare you? Really? Why? We're an NHL podcast this week, and you got to talk about my boys like that.
No, I mean, I wasn't. You were talking about them, not me. I was just bringing up a point that they suck. You brought them up.
Yeah, come on. Eh?
Why? Why do you have to do this to me? Why do I get punished every week?
Dude, you know what sucks? Apparently, Jake was saying that he was saying the Lions might take a big step back this year, which I don't think so.
Yeah, you did have one of your players retire. Yeah, you did have one of your.
What was his reasoning, though?
Well, it's just like a radio show he was hearing that, like, I think the rest of the division got better.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see, but
we'll see. Yeah.
Do you have any final thoughts and eulogies on the Carolina Hurricanes?
No.
Yeah, no.
Do something different.
I intend to see the Hurricanes back next season, for sure.
Well, they also had Rantanen, the dude that went to Dallas. They had him, and then they got rid of him immediately. Maybe you should have held on to him.
Yeah, and now you ratted yourself out of the playoffs. Or my always joke is you went from a Category 5 to a tropical depression.
Mm-hmm.
Dang straight.
Damn straight. Dun-dun. So goodbye, Carolina. We'll see you next year when we'll talk to you in March. And now we got another.
Sorry to interrupt you, but speaking about a great city that knows how to lose, how about those Dallas Stars?
That's what I was talking about him. Every sport.
They had a lead. Isn't that crazy? They had a lead, and then they lost every single game since.
The Oilers are resilient. I counted them out probably 4 times this playoffs.
I thought the Stars were going to be better. What happened?
Well, I mean, initially, so Doug and I, we picked the Stars to win. Doug picked them in 7. I picked them in 6. They started off the series great. They won, 6-3 in the game 1? And then, man, the Edmonton Oilers, wow, really kicked. Sorry to swear, but they kicked ass.
Yeah, they gave up 11 goals. Edmonton did, but they still won. They won decisively. It wasn't close games. But what do you do if you're the Stars right now? So, like the Dallas Stars, I feel like they're always like that mid-team also. I feel like it's not as bad as sort of the Hurricanes, because at least the Stars actually did make an NHL Stanley Cup Finals during the COVID bubble.
I was going to say they've made it to the conference finals, though, I think every year since, and they've yet to make it through at least 3 straight years of conference finals L's. So it's pretty – and they didn't win the cup the year they made it either, so pretty much the same team.
It's the same team. It's like 2 teams that are just like – it's just like they just cannot make it to that. They just cannot make it far. But it's just like they missed the playoffs, lost the first round, went to the West. 3 years in a row they made the Western Conference and can't beat Edmonton, apparently. Edmonton got their number. It's like welcome to Dallas. It should be like welcome to LA, owned by Edmonton.
Who's more triggering? What team is more triggering in Dallas, Stu? The Edmonton Oilers or the Green Bay Packers?
Packers.
The Packers, really?
Really? I'd probably say the Oilers.
No, the Packers. I've been traumatized for my entire life that I can't even beat these people. We literally have a team that stinks and we can't even beat them.
Aaron Rodgers, Jordan Love, Brett Favre, doesn't matter.
Let's go.
I can't wait for that man to retire.
Packers win this series.
That's what I always say. When Aaron Rodgers retires, I'm going to be like, so long, farewell, Avita, say goodbye.
Where does Aaron Rodgers go down on like the all-time list? Like, does this end of his career kind of dud affect his legacy at all?
No. I feel like he's going to be like Brett Favre. Not Brett Favre. Big Ben levels, Eli levels.
Big Ben.
But, he won 4 MVPs, though.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's where it's like...
So 4 MVPs for Mr. Aaron Rodgers. How many Super Bowls has he won?
1, and that's it. And that's probably going to be his only Super Bowl. Let's be honest.
You say 2 MVPs?
Was it 3 or 2?
I thought he won 4 for some reason, but I might be wrong.
But anyway, we should get back to the
I'll fact check it for us, Joe.
But anyway, what do you do if you're the Stars right now? You get close. 3 conference finals, 3 losses.
If I'm the Stars, it seems like I'm very confident. If I was the Stars organization, I feel like the Stars will make it back to the Western Conference Finals next year. Sorry, Doug, what were you saying?
It says he won the MVP in 2011, 14, 20, and 21. So he did what? That's all I'm saying. So, like, I don't know.
But
sign Connor McDavid, though, if you're the Stars.
yes. Sign them all.
I think I might have said it on one of this podcasts that like Connor McDavid, he started his career in Canada. He's from Canada. I'm pretty sure he'll end his career in Canada with the Oilers.
Nope. Actually, spoiler alert, he's going to go to Boston.
Ooh,
Ew.
I was through. I will put $100 that
Nope.
Connor McDavid will never play with the Boston. With
You know where he's going, boys? He's going to the Utah Mammoths.
Let's go. I would love the Yetis. I'm just saying. The Yetis would have been a cooler name.
The Yetis is better than the Mammoths.
I'm just saying. I mean, I will say the Kraken, that's a cool name for Seattle. I'm just saying. That's a really cool name.
Man.
I mean, I think of like, that's Port City. I think of that. It's Kraken. I you know what? I think they should have been called the Utah Hockey Club. Just keep it.
The Utah what?
The Utah Hockey Club. Just every year.
Ooh,
Be like, and then
I would respect Washington more if they were still a football team over the Commanders.
And then
Yeah.
I always think of my joke
I agree.
when 5 Points Vince had a joke about when the Washington Commanders. I wish it would have been like the same thing with the Utah Hockey Club. Is be like, my daddy called it a hockey club. My granddaddy called it a hockey club. My great granddaddy called it a hockey club. Why are we not a hockey club?
Yeah, all right, sir. I mean, I respect your opinion, but dang.
We have
Dang,
generations of calling it hockey clubs. But anyway, speaking of stars, let's go back
It'll
to the
take
stars.
like 100 years for that to happen, though, Stu, because they've been in Utah for like one season.
yeah. My granddad called the mammoth and the yep.
Stu, is this like one of those like Inception movies where it's really you as an old man? Back in my day, they were in the hockey club.
Back in my day, we had to go run all the way up to the snow in August, and it was so hard. You
Back
kids
in
have
my
it so
day.
easy.
We didn't like Utah because they made everything hard.
Yeah.
Unreal.
And
Couldn't
I
get it.
still hate them Packers. They still are terrible.
Yeah. Yeah, the Packers will probably win another Super Bowl in like 2 years for no reason because that's what they do.
Yeah, that's indeed. But anyway, will the stars in this core, will they win a cup in the next 5 years? Yes or no? Gun to your head.
Ooh, in the next 5 years, I'd say yes. Yes.
No. I think I'm going no.
Ooh.
I just feel like it's gonna be Vegas. It's gonna probably be Edmonton, probably Florida.
Detroit.
No, not the Red Wings. The Red Wings. Detroit can't do anything. Dylan Larkin is so happy.
Detroit.
Yes, because everyone in Detroit loves Stevie Yzerman as the GM right now.
Oh, yeah. Hey, hey, Hockey Town.
You love that. And hey, I'm just saying it. Next year, free Cadillac raffles.
Ooh.
Oh,
Wow, Stu.
in Detroit, we're getting free Cadillac raffles. It's coming soon, baby.
You know, hope they should do a GMC Acadia raffle. Then I'm there.
Yes.
Give away an Acadia. You got me.
Yeah. Every year, GMC Acadias. That's how bad it is. We can't even afford Cadillacs now. We're doing GMC Acadias.
Hey, man, the Acadia is a sharp car, okay?
Next, they're going to do Kia Sorentas.
Yeah. They
Anyone?
might.
Yeah, free raffle for Kia Sorenta.
Be a sad day in Hockey Town still.
It would be hey, Hockey Town. Another disappointment, another loss.
Hey, hey, Hockey Town. At least we're not in Dallas.
Oh, let's go.
Yeah.
Hey, Hockey Town.
Have the Stars won a
We made it to the Western Conference Finals.
Hey, hey, Dallas Stars. Do you have any Stanley Cups?
Okay, that's a 2000.
2000?
Yeah.
I think the Red Wings have won 3 since then.
Well, you're getting to the point where it does. You're getting to the point where it doesn't matter because it's been almost a long time.
When are you going to say that about the Cowboys, Stu? Why do you keep pushing this cowboy jargon then?
Let's go.
Boo.
Really? Why do you have to do this to me? We're talking about the Dallas Stars. We're not talking about the Cowboys.
I'm sorry,
This
Stu.
isn't an NFL podcast. It's NHL. Do you see that?
Low blow. My apologies. Blue Jackets aren't good. I don't know. There you go.
Okay, that's probably fair. Wait,
Sorry,
hey,
guys.
we'll be back next year. We'll get players, but anyway.
This is breaking news. The Blue Jackets still suck.
Why do you have to do this?
I do think the Blue Jackets kind of cost the Red Wings a playoff spot. Like, we had back-to-back against Columbus. We were in the driver's seat. Columbus smoked us twice, and the whole season just kind of fell off the rails. So I think Columbus took out Detroit, though, pretty well.
We're like that Squid Game episode where it was like you were like the bad husband and I was the bad wife, and we just like take each other out. We just like take you out of the.
Pretty much. Like, that was a bummer. Next year is both of our years, though.
That's it. Maybe next year we can finally have a postseason instead of just.
Next Eastern Conference Finals, Red Wings, Blue Jackets.
Let's go, and Jackets are gonna win, and this is gonna be a year. We're gonna do it for Johnny. We're gonna do it for Johnny.
I wouldn't be that mad.
Yeah. But anyway, any final thoughts? Douglas and Fyodor decided to abandon this, just like the Stars abandoned this series.
Not many thoughts. I'm a little bit surprised at the dominance. Like, the other series, I wasn't as surprised. Like, Edmonton has once again surprised me. I hope that they surprise me again. Like, I would like to see McDavid get a cup. But I don't know. It's going to be a tough series, though. I feel like them versus Florida is kind of the two teams peaking at the right time, so it's going to be a fun finals.
Yeah, and I should say, I definitely got an egg in my face about the Oilers.
Oh,
like I said, man, I counted them out. Like, I counted them out in the Los Angeles series. I'm like, yeah, they're down 2-0. It's over. I didn't think that they'd beat. Did they take out Vegas?
They took out Vegas, yeah.
I thought they would lose to Vegas.
And
I thought
they
lose
won
to
that
Dallas.
decisively. That one was not a close series, and then
they beat the Knights 4-1 in the series.
Yeah, they beat the Stars 4-1. They're them and Florida are the two hottest teams in hockey right now, so it's kind of perfect.
Yes, and I will say, unfortunately, we thought of a supernova for the Dallas Stars, but unfortunately, it became a dwarf star.
Yeah.
All right.
Maybe a black hole just pulling all of Dallas's hope into it.
Yes! It blew up and it turned into a black hole.
Yeah.
All our hopes and dreams go away. And now we got the finals, the rematch of the season.
Oh, man, it's going to be a good series.
Rematch.
And what? The Panthers won what? 4-3
last year. 4-3 last year. They won the first 3 games. Edmonton won the last 3 games, and then Game 7, Florida won it.
Yeah, it was a good series.
It was a good series. It was a very good series. Now it's going to be interesting. We should start and talk about the Oilers Western Conference, which, like I said, Douglas, we counted this team out. When we started the podcast, we literally said, yeah, I don't think the Oilers are going to win this against the Kings.
Stu, and I feel foolish saying it, but I do think I'm going to pick against them again. As much as I would like to see it, like, I'm not going to learn my lesson. Just spoiler alert. I'm not learning my lesson. McDavid's great. I feel like he needs to score more goals, though. I'm tired of all these assists. You can pass the puck 4 times to get an assist. Assist is a meaningless stat.
Hey, maybe McDavid is doing like the Michael Jordan thing where it's everyone's like, oh my God, Michael Jordan's a ball hog. There's like one year, and he's like, all right, you call me a ball hog, I'm going to have the best passing assist in the NBA. Boom.
Yeah, maybe. But then also Edmonton, I think they just lost their star defender, if I'm not mistaken. Is Hyman out of the series?
Yeah, Hyman might be out, yeah.
So,
is he really? Zach Hyman?
I believe so. There's one of their star players got hurt and probably won't play. They still have McDavid and Draisaitl. Do they have Stuart Skinner? Are they Stuart Skinner?
Yes, Skinner. Oh, yeah. So, yes, it looks according to the athleticsports.com, yes. It looks like he has upper body injury right now for Game 4, and he will not return for the remaining postseason. So he's out.
So who are you guys taking? Who do you guys think was going to win the Stanley Cup?
I think we should wait until we discuss both of these teams. How about that?
Yeah, I do like what Edmonton's got going.
Yeah, that's the one positive.
I like their team. I don't know. I just think Florida's on a different level right now, though.
But it is interesting because we got to talk about history of hockey. And we got to talk about the history of back-to-back rematches.
Mm-hmm.
Edmonton had a back-to-back rematch. They lost one series, but then they won the cup next year. And you know what was the last time they had a back-to-back, two NHL teams that had back-to-back, if you remember this, Douglas?
Oh, of course I know, Stu.
Would you like to elaborate?
I guess. I think it was 2008, 2009. The Detroit Red Wings won the first time, got to lift Lord Stanley. Second time in 2009, I believe it went to Game 7, and with Pittsburgh winning. I think the home team won every game, and then Pittsburgh pulled it out in 7. And the Red Wings were this close. The puck went right across the goal line with like 10 seconds to go, but she couldn't find the back of it. And Sid the Kid became a legend.
Yes. And that's why I always joke. Do you think the Red Wings will ever be as cool as Sidney Crosby?
I mean, they're obviously cooler, Stu. Like
No. Unfortunately, a Harvard peer-reviewed study has said that Sidney Crosby is way more cooler than the Red Wings.
Dude, you know what made Michael Jordan the GOAT? He went 6-0 in the finals, right? Do you know who started his career 0-1 in the finals? If you heard, the Sidney Crosby lost the first time to the Red Wings.
But
First time in the finals, takes an L, kind of like this.
He got 3 rings. 3 rings, baby.
The Red Wings have 11 cups, dog.
I don't know.
Our names are etched all over Lord Stanley.
So Sidney Crosby.
Crosby's on there 3 times. That's good stuff.
Back to back?
Yeah, he did go back to back, didn't he?
Yeah, he did go back to back. It was
like 1920 or something like that. 1819, I don't know.
Yeah, it was like 16 and 17. That was the first year I really got into back to the hockey, and I believe it was against the Nashville Predators, and Pekka Rinne was not too good right now, unfortunately, as your name tree once said.
Yeah. Yeah, it is kind of sad when you think about like that era of hockey is like pretty much over. I mean, Ovechkin's got one more year. Crosby's not doing too much, but that's why we got the next generation of stars like Mr. McDavid here.
The Red Wings are still being mediocre as always.
Yeah, right there with the Blue Jackets.
Yeah, baby. At least we win a postseason in a few years.
You know, Stu, Detroit's coming back. It had a rough decade there, but we're gonna maybe do something in a sport eventually again.
Oh yeah, I should also joke.
We
should also joke. The Buffalo Bills still stink. Nothing has changed in Buffalo.
What do you think would be a worse era, like those '90s where they lost 4 straight Super Bowls, or this where they keep like they've lost 4 straight to Mahomes? What is a more painful experience?
Ooh, I'd still go with the 4 Super Bowls because that was a ride kick. Because one kick was 46 yarders. I know this is NHL, but we can talk about the NFL. One kicker, it was a 46 yarder, and it went right.
Well, yeah, that's true. But didn't they miss a kick against Kansas City?
Yes, it went right. Yeah, a couple years ago. Oh,
they lost on a coin toss. Like they've lost some rough ones now too.
I still think the funniest one was the LOL moment. Was the coin toss one because apparently Kansas City management wanted to change the rules about the overtime rules in the playoffs, and Buffalo vetoed it.
Classic Buffalo.
That always makes me lol so hard. Even Buffalo, when they don't want to change the rules, it costs them.
You know, some teams can't get out of their own way.
It still makes me laugh at that. I still will laugh at that rule. But anyway, we got the Edmonton Oilers. Could they do what the Pittsburgh Penguins or the Edmonton Oilers did during the Gretzky era?
They certainly could.
Yes,
certainly
they did.
Could.
Gretzky lost his first series finals, but then he won a cup. Ken Connor McDavid, as Christopher has always said, he's done really well. He's won the 4 Nations trophy.
Honestly, that's what I've been saying. Like, Connor McDavid won the 4 Nations trophy. Let's hoist Lord Stanley. Let's go, Connor McDavid.
He has one thing it's the same thing as Alex Ovechkin. It's the same thing as Steve Yzerman. You know, Yzerman was a great player, but he was kind of considered a choke artist until he won the Stanley Cup. And all those past failures are all go away. Same thing with Ovechkin. There was 2 years they couldn't beat the Penguins in the first round. 2 years in a row. No, actually, it was 3 years in a row they couldn't beat the Penguins. Took them 4 years. And then they won the series. And then they hosted the cup, and all those past failures go away. Can McDavid do that? McDavid's been a great player, but can he be the elite player that holds that Lord Stanley?
Do you know what we should do, Stu, to make this whole series more interesting? This should be like the winner, whatever team wins, that's what country is superior. Like there needs to be more on the line than this. We can't let the Canadians win, Stu. Hockey was made in Minnesota, not Canada.
Hockey has shown that should be America. In 30 years, us America has owned Canada in hockey.
See, but we haven't, though. That's the problem. I think they won like a couple of gold medals. Like I think,
but not in the NHL, baby. When's the last time the whole Stanley Cup?
See, but that's the thing, though. Like when we put the actual like players of each nation together, Canada consistently wins. And Connor McDavid, best player on the planet, Canadian.
So,
dude, there's a bunch of. Did you know the last 7 MVPs in basketball? None of them are Americans, Stu. What is going on here?
What that is indeed. And now we got one. We talk about one team with the Oilers. We got to talk about another team, the Florida Panthers. And oh boy, remember when they were the lovable underdog a couple years ago, and everyone was like, "Man, can't believe this team that was barely making the playoffs made it to the finals. Good for them." They did lose to Vegas. Man, look at that. 3 years. They made 3 finals in the row.
Is this their 3rd straight finals?
3rd straight finals right now. They lost it to the Vegas Golden Knights. They won against the Oilers, and now they're going to play against the Oilers again.
Enjoy it, boys. It's hard to do.
It is crazy to think. It is crazy to think that I remember your name tree making a video in 2018 talking about how much disaster the Florida Panthers were, how much of a dumpster fire the Florida Panthers were. I still remember the story when they fired their head coach in Florida, and the ownership was so nice. They were like, "We're going to terminate you in an away game. Oh, and by the way, you got to pay for your own transportation right now. So you're going to have to go buy a home by taxi." Classic Florida. But they went from that dumpster fire joke to now the big dogs. Maybe I would say Chiefs level of hatred now.
Oh, I don't know about that.
I mean, they are going to, if they win another cup and make it to the finals again, are they heading to Chiefs levels hatred? Like, man, I can't beat these people.
I mean, they'd have to win another cup or 2.
Yes.
Like, I think winning 1 cup, not hatred levels. They won 1 cup. They win 2 cups, nice story. You win 3, or you're getting there. You're getting there.
You're getting there. You're getting into there. I mean, they got Matthew Tkachuk, won a cup. They got great players right now. And especially, they also got a couple players. It was kind of funny. They even got a couple players from the Blackhawks, which is funny because they was like, "Man, we overpaid him. Let's just send him to Florida." And then look at that. Revitalized his career. Yay! That's the Florida way.
Yeah, where old people go to get better.
Yeah. Old people get better. But we got to talk about Brad Marchand also. Bam. Been doing good. Owning both the Hurricanes and the Leafs.
Did he have a good series?
Oh, he had a great series.
Did he have would he have like a check?
Yeah. Also, a great series by scoring the final goal against the Leafs.
Are you talking about the empty netter?
Yeah.
Wow, yeah.
Sounds about right. It is kind of funny. It is kind of funny that, like, man, the Leafs can't beat this man. And guess who's the final goal in that game? Brad Marchand.
Yeah. Stu, would you be able to score an empty netter?
I think no.
No. Yeah, I don't think so.
I mean, I would be I always joke as if someone has like trolls in the sports, I'd be a terrible coach. I'd be like, man, you guys are all terrible. You're garbage players. I could pass better. I can hit the net better. You're all garbage.
Do you know what I find like more amusing than I should? Like ex NFL players coaching their like young children and then just like coaching them up hard. Like little 5-year-old girls screaming at them to like run harder during soccer practice. Ted Lasso and that, man. Good times. I think I'm gonna become a coach this year and just go hard on it.
Yeah, you're gonna be like, Timmy, you're doing better. Do the push-ups better, Timmy.
You're not gonna take this serious. Get out of here.
You can't do. You're doing 20 suicides today, Timmy.
Yeah.
You better be running so hard and so fast. I better be seeing some puking afterwards.
Mm-hmm. You ain't puking, you ain't trying. That's
You ain't trying. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No doubt about that.
But we should also talk about the one man, the myth, the greatest goalie right now of the NHL.
Sergei Bobrovsky.
Bobrovsky. Yeah.
I thought for sure you were saying Stuart Skinner there.
That's true. Two good
Name
goalies.
is Stewart.
So yeah, this might be the best matchup goaltenders in NHL history for the cup.
For the cup. Both are really good. I do love Stuart Skinner. And I do love Sergei Bobrovsky. Bobrovsky, I'm just going to say.
He even spells his name the same as yours. How can you not love him?
Yes, Stuart.
He might be the most superior Stuart athlete we have ever seen in all sports.
I'd like to see his hair, too. That's what I really care about. Who's got the better hair? We should do a poll.
All right.
Our Stuart or Stuart Skinner?
Stuart Skinner. All right.
Yeah, can you share that screen? We should do a vote.
All right, we got to. Oh, he does have a better mustache. I will say it. All right, so we are going to. We're gonna have the tools to get the AI large. Boom. No, we need some more better views right here. All right, gentlemen, we're gonna go and look at who has the better hair. In these two. All right, we're gonna see who has.
All right, who has the better hair? Let's go.
We're gonna have the better hair.
This is unreal, just like the start of the show.
Look at that, Stuart Skinner. Who has better hair?
That's
Stuart Skinner versus Stuart Jasper.
Yes, who has the better hair? Look at this.
100% Stuart Skinner. Sorry.
How dare you?
That mustache is
the flow. Let's go.
See, the only thing I'll give used to is his hair looks thin. Like you got some thick hair up there.
I got some thick ass hair.
But I do like that mustache, man.
We see some recedingness here.
Oh, I don't know. That's actually a better picture. I like that. Yeah, that's a good beard too.
I mean, he does have a good beard. I mean, he does have a sweet bitchin' mustache.
Like, oh man.
Like I joke, he looks cool in a mustache, and I look like I would be on Dateline to Catch a Predator if I had that mustache. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I do not look good in mustache.
No. That's a close contest, dude. It could be anybody's game, but no, I'll give you the nod.
All right. But what about Bobrovsky? What about the Florida goalie? No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, I mean, Bobrovsky's got the flow going.
Oh. Do the guys still do like the playoff beards?
Yes.
Heck yeah. Yes, they should.
I mean, I do agree. What does Bobrovsky? Bobrovsky does have some good bitchin' hair. I'm just saying. He does. I'm looking at the Bobrovsky. I know this is a very serious podcast right now.
Could you pull up their stats so we could actually compare the greatness of these goalies?
Let's go.
Oh, okay. I'll look it up. So
this is saying one of the best matchups. I would love to know who's got the edge here in statistics.
Okay, so goal against average, Bobrovsky.
Yeah.
2.44.
Well, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
What about Edmonton? What is Edmonton's goalie? What about goaltender leads, save percentages, wins? Where's the goal? I'll look up Stuart Skinner.
Oh, I got you, Stu. I got
We're going to go for Stuart Skinner, NHL, baby. Let's see. NHL, his stats. He only does 2.2 per goal.
Oh, that's real nice. Wow.
So both are really close.
Yeah. The NHL.com posted a thing about this too. Wow. Heck yeah.
But anyway, we talk about how great Bobrovsky's been doing. Honestly, he's probably going to get the Hall of Fame. This is a Hall of Fame season. I don't care if he doesn't even win the cup. He's going to the Hall of Fame. Get that man in the Hall of Fame once he retires.
See here's my interesting question here. Because I feel like in football we talk championships matter. But then and like I say that, but then you say it's more like you got to have the good regular season stats. But here you're clearly saying that if you win Stanley Cups, you're automatically in the Hall of Fame. So why wouldn't Eli Manning be in the Hall of Fame, Stu?
I think Eli could be in the Hall of Fame. He's a borderline, but I think he could.
But okay, all right, I respect.
I mean, I will always say, does Nick Foles deserves to be in the Hall of Fame?
No.
Okay, just want to make sure.
No. Eli put up some numbers.
Yes. I mean, I do agree. I think it's the regular season, and then how's your postseason? I mean, Connor McDavid, yes, I would, even if he doesn't win a cup, you should probably put him in the Hall of Fame.
If he doesn't, is he like he's like the Dan Marino, I guess, of hockey?
Yeah, I'd probably put him in the Dan Marino.
But
you know what I mean?
Hopefully he gets one this year, and we can just have him be in that Ovechkin category.
Yes. But now we should do our final picks. Dun, dun, dun.
The pick is in.
The pick is in. Dun, 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 dun. Oh my God. It was so funny. Random tangent. When your name tree had when you talk about the Pope, when they said the pig is in, they did the NFL meme for the Popes. You know, when the white smoke came out. I was like, okay, that's funny. I'm not gonna lie, that was a funny moment. But we'll start with you, Christopher. Who's gonna win?
Honestly, I'm gonna pick Florida.
Wow.
The Panthers back-to-back championships in 6. So
wow.
Florida wins 4-2.
Why do you think Florida's going to win this series against Edmonton?
As much as I want Edmonton, I just have a gut feeling that the Panthers will pull us out.
All right. History has shown. Douglas.
History has shown what?
That back-to-back teams, they don't win back-to-back.
Ooh.
That's
all right.
Let's
go.
Rematches. So now, Douglas, it's now your turn.
I don't know, man. I've been going back and forth for a while, but I think my logical side keeps taking me to Florida. Like I've been saying, like I just think the way that they play causes issues for Edmonton. Like I think Edmonton thrives on puck movement, but I think the Panthers forecheck. Like when I watched them last year, the Red Wings could not do anything against them with just the style that they played. It's like I like Florida a lot too. I'll go same outcome. I'll go in 7 again. I'll go 7 games. Florida winning this time in Edmonton.
All right, so I have Florida in 6. Doug has Florida in 7. Stuart, what do you got on?
Oh, it is interesting because I watched the Your Name Tree video where they did the Haters Guides to the Finals, and he picked Oilers in 6, which I'm kind of surprised. I was like, I kind of disagree with him. But granted, he is a jinx artist. He always jinx. There's always a joke. LOL. If he picks a team, he did pick the Super Bowl team correctly, both teams. But there's always a joke where it's like, yeah, if you pick my team in the postseason to win it or make the finals, yeah, that's not going to happen. You jinx that team. I think the jinx is going to happen. Florida Game 7.
So are we doing a $5 bet? I said.
That's hard.
Panthers in 6. Doug says Panthers in 7. And Doug, Stuart, you said Oilers in 7?
No, I said Florida in 7.
Yeah. Well, we're all kind of picking the same ballpark here.
I feel Florida's going to get this.
Yeah, the more you guys are taking Florida, the more I want to switch to Edmonton. But
wait, sir, you said Florida in 6 as well?
No, I said Florida 7.
All right.
So they get really bad when it's the same team.
It's hard to pick against Florida, man. It really is. Like, just they've been so consistent and impressive. I mean, like Edmonton's shown to me more weakness consistently throughout the playoffs for some reason.
Florida's gotten stronger. I mean, look at that. Game 7 took out the Leafs. Oh, the Hurricanes look good. Took them out Game 5. Not even close. Only gave up 8 goals in the whole series.
So it seems like we're all very confident on the Florida Panthers winning back-to-back ships.
Well, the experts at ESPN, I think 14 of the 23 picked Edmonton. Like the majority of people are going with Edmonton.
But I just don't feel it. I don't know. My gut is telling me that they can't do it.
Same. Like
I may have to disagree with the experts here. I'm just saying it. I mean, maybe I might be wrong.
Maybe we are the experts, boys.
We're not experts. We're a bunch of hack frauds. Just remember that. We're all hack frauds.
You take that back. I take this so serious. I can't even express it. Live for this.
You live for this, indeed. And now we got to talk about an interesting one. We got some NHL talk. We got to talk about some NBA talk. Thunders versus the Pacers in the finals.
Oh man, the Thunder opened up as such big favorites. It was insane.
I'll make this real quick. I texted you guys earlier. I don't know if it was yesterday or the day before. Thunders in 5. Thunders win the series. They beat the Pacers. Win the series 4-1.
You know, I'm struggling with this more than I thought I would.
Ooh, all right. Love it.
We got to hear this, Douglas.
Well, so like I was telling you guys, like my brother-in-law, before even the series against the Knicks, was telling me that he thought the Pacers should win it all. And like this team feels a lot like a team that is near and dear to my heart. Near and dear. The 2004 Detroit Pistons. Where it's like nobody really thought they had a chance. The Pistons are the longest odds in the last 25 years, like the biggest underdogs to win the finals. And like there's just something about this team. Like I don't know if it's like I feel like Siakam's underrated, like Halliburton's solid. Like I just really like there's something about this matchup that I don't know if I can fully do it though, but I'm gonna say Pacers in 7.
Ooh. Oh, let's go Pacers in 7.
Historic, but there's just something. The Pacers, I mean, they've just every test they've just done so well with. I mean, like they beat the Bucks 4-1, they beat the Cavs 4-1, they beat the Knicks 4-2. Like they took out Giannis, they took out like heck of a playoff run.
Right.
And like they just are so confident. Halliburton has a chip on his shoulder for being called underrated. And it'd be fun to see too.
All right, Stuart. So Doug's got the Pacers in 7. I take the Thunder in 5. Stuart, what do you think?
I'm thinking, and this is like my opinion, as someone that does not watch as much NBA, but as a casual, I think this series is going to be quick. I think it's going to be decisive.
Yeah.
Thunder's Game 5.
Yeah, I mean that's the more logical outcome, but
yeah, I want to be
special here, boys.
I want to be logical. I just feel like the Thunder's a way better team than the Pacers.
See, but here's the thing, though, because since January 1st, it's not by as wide of a margin as you would think. But the Pacers didn't figure it out till late. It also could give us reminders of the St. Louis Blues of like whatever that was, 2018, 2019.
Oh yeah, 2019.
In last place, they get hot at the right time, and then they run through the playoffs. And that's what this team kind of feels like. They were below 500 coming into the new year. January 1st, they have the number 1 rated defense, and they just have a swagger to them, man. They're just, I don't know. I think it'll be a better series than people expect. But I don't know if the Pacers can truly pull it off because, like you gentlemen said, the Thunder are by far the superior team statistically. I mean, they've built an absolute juggernaut, like we've talked about before.
You know, is it thunder, lightning, and a thunder?
It feels that way. It certainly, and I mean, I think the hard part is too. I think we underappreciate how truly dominant they were because they're so young. Where it's kind of like, but they won 68 games. Like they were within 5 games of the all-time record.
Though, to be fair, didn't the Golden State have an all-time record regular season wins, and then they didn't win the finals?
If only Draymond didn't kick that guy in the nuts.
Yes. Yes. Chris is all like, yeah, I'm liking that he kicked him in the nuts. Everyone has a championship. You know what I mean?
Oh man, yeah, that was an all-timer though. That was a great series.
That was a great series. Maybe it was bad when it was like four series in a row when it was Cleveland versus Golden State, but
yeah,
it is kind of funny to think at the end before my final thoughts is that there was always complaints, even the 2010s, that like there's no more parity in the NBA. My God, it's just the same two teams always. Could we say the NBA has more parity than the NHL now?
I would have to say so. I mean, the NBA right now, man. Like, I mean, we've had the Stars in the conference finals for 4 straight years. We've had the Panthers there a bunch of straight years. We've had the Panthers make 3 straight Stanley Cup finals. We have a repeat matchup. Where the NBA, neither of these teams I don't think have ever won a championship. The Thunder did back in Seattle.
Yeah, the Seattle Supersonics, right in the 70s.
The Timberwolves had never won one. The Knicks haven't won one. And like, there's so many new young superstars where it's like Anthony Edwards is still going to break through. Will the Lakers? I mean, the Lakers and Celtics, there's dynasties, but like, I don't know, man. The NBA is real interesting right now to me.
Yeah, it kind of feels weird. It's like finally the NBA has something. I mean, granted, I know the ratings have gone down in the last few years. That's been like the T storyline of this year, but I think you should be watching this because it's like there's more parity now.
I mean, I personally enjoyed the NBA playoffs more than the NHL this year. Personally. Ooh. And like, I don't know if there's a bias because the Pistons finally made it.
Yeah, I'm calling bias.
Well, we lost in the first round, and I still watched like all of these series. Like I watched the Clippers, Nuggets. That was a great series.
See, I love the NHL playoffs, even though my Cleveland Cavaliers made it further than the Detroit Pistons. I enjoyed the NHL playoffs a lot more, but hey, to each their own.
Each your own. I mean, like I said, as always, I always joke. Our opinions, we can disagree with it, but my opinion is still right.
No, sir, your opinion is not right. The Cowboys are not winning or making the Super Bowl this year.
How dare you? How dare you? Why do we gotta end the podcast like this?
I'll end on another bummer note then. French Open, we're getting to the finals here, but both of our Americans lost today pretty badly.
Oh.
Yeah. He got destroyed by Carlos Alcaraz today.
Oh, Alcaraz, let's go.
Guess how many games he won in like the first set?
Was it like
0?
God dang.
He's the number 12th ranked player in the world, and he lost 0. He won 0 games, then he won 1 game in the second set. It was so boring. Like I was so excited to like just kind of see what was going on with it, and it was just an absolute obliteration.
I'm not gonna lie. I think I would just give up. I know they go to like 3 sets, but like I would have just been like, all right, I ain't coming back to this.
It mildly made it seem like maybe he'd make a run in the third set, but he still lost that one. Francis Tiafoe, he lost pretty badly today as well. So our 2 American hopes for a French Open title are no more.
Wow.
They're no more indeed. And now, gentlemen.
There's some banger matchups coming up, though, gentlemen. I think tomorrow we got Novak Djokovic playing tomorrow. He plays a pretty good
Is that the semifinal or the quarterfinal?
What's tomorrow? Tomorrow's the quarter.
All right, so yeah, Djokovic, let's go.
Djokovic's playing the number 6 rated player. He's playing the 3rd rated player. I think he's 6. He's playing 3, so he's playing a huge.
So you think Djokovic is going to win?
I don't know. That's the thing. Like it's gonna be a heck of a matchup. That's for sure.
I'm going Novak.
You can't bet against the guy. But have you guys seen Yannick Sinner? Have you guys seen how good this guy is too?
No.
Like, dude, this Sinner guy is like not being talked about, but he's the number 1 player in the world. Him and Carlos Alcaraz, man. Like that is like. But then you still have Djokovic in there, so it's like those 3 dudes playing each other this upcoming weekend. Prime time clay tennis. That's for gosh darn sure. Like, hopefully we get some of those matchups. Like, dude, Djokovic versus Alcaraz is just like must-see TV right now. And they might play each other in the semis.
Yes, indeed. But do you have any final thoughts before we end this podcast this week?
Ooh, I mean, final thoughts. I mean, let's go Thunder. Let's go.
Lightning on the Thunder.
Well, hey, let's go Panthers. Even though I want the Oilers to win, I predicted the Panthers to win. So let's go Panthers.
Yes.
Yeah, man. Halliburton's got something special cooking, boys. We were talking about Connor McDavid winning the Four Nations and the Stanley Cup Finals.
Yes,
Like
sir.
Halliburton's going to win the Olympic gold medal and the NBA Finals.
Ooh,
Hey,
oh shit.
Alexander, he's Canadian. He didn't win.
I mean, I said
Stanley ain't gonna win
I don't
nothing
need to
against
swear on
no.
this,
They're
but
not
yeah,
winning no
let's go.
gold.
You know, I mean, we're all picking against him. Why not two upsets? Get the guys who represent the country also winning the Cup Finals. And,
I'm just saying, Patrick Mahomes, when we play the flag football, we're just going to crush the world.
Well, Stuart, no one watches flag football anymore.
Well, it's coming to the Olympics.
It's coming to the Olympics, baby,
Yeah,
and all
right.
these NFL players are going to play.
And
So
the
you're going to have
NFL's
like Tyreek Hill play against like
the
a
NFL's letting their players try out for the team, but then apparently there's a bunch of flag football guys that are real mad about it because like, no, I'm better than Mahomes. It's like you play flag football, like you might be great, but like
I'm sorry, bro. I would have been like, yeah, you might be great at flag football, but can you be Mahomes? No.
yeah, man.
Can you run better
Josh
than Tyreek
Allen
Hill?
throwing it 90 yards across his body?
Yeah.
Like,
right. Let's go. All right, gentlemen.
But anyway, this is pretty much it for this week's podcast. And now next week, we got to talk about more NHL games, more NBA games.
Honestly, next week, what there is we within like game 3 should be finished.
Yeah, game 3 should be finished, and then maybe in 2 weeks they might be done. We could have a game 7. We'll see how it goes.
We'll
I
talk
hope
about
we
the
pick up the
NFL.
Blues.
Let's go.
These long breaks have been rough in between. I don't like how long they gave them both a layoff. Like I feel like we got like 5-6 days of like no hockey, or it's like, man, this part stinks.
Well, it does help me on uploading the video. I'm just saying, so it can make it good on time. I'm just saying.
But there you go. Fair enough.
Yeah, I will say that. But anyway, as always, Mr. Gentlemans, I'm gonna catch you later, Mr. Gators. So as always, take care. Bye-bye.